Hello everybody, and welcome to an update for Eosia on YouTube for a change. Yeah, I haven't been updated YouTube very much for this hobby lately. It's tough to fit it in with everything else that's going on. If you don't know, I stream every week on Twitch on Tuesday nights. And mostly just do a lot of my stuff on that, and that's kind of replaced YouTube. It's really nice to go on there for a couple hours, work on something, discuss things with people who show up. People do actually show up to it, and that's kind of replaced YouTube, because that is kind of where the updates happen now, and they work really well. Because I can say in a stream, right, I won't do that now, but I'll do that for next week, and that gives me a little bit of a deadline. And generally, I do it. Hello YouTube, good to see you, and thanks for watching this little update video. So this video, I wasn't sure what it's going to be about, honestly. Obviously not scripted as usual. We've got some Try and 2 music in the background, which is really nice. Plenty of links and stuff in the description to all the things I'm going to mention. But what's been going on? What's been happening? So, like I say, the Twitch streams are really good, and I want to thank everybody who's showing up to them, because it does give me motivation to keep doing stuff, and it offers that point in time every week where I have to sit down and do stuff. So I can sit down and stream, and I don't know what I'm going to stream. It could be some world building thing. We could work on some like history and lore and everything. We can work on some rules for a game system. We could look at other people's work. We could talk about role playing. Whatever shows up, whatever happens, and it's really nice just to do that for a couple hours, because that's sort of the point that I have to dip into this hobby, and then I can come out again. And if I get a little job in the meantime to do as a result of that, then all well and good. I think just because of the streams and how they're going, and how I've changed the format recently in terms of doing more of my stuff rather than more communal writing type stuff on it, I'm getting a lot more done with Eosia. So that's great. So, what is going on? Well, we've got a couple of things here. Updates on forum. Now, the forum has kind of died out a little bit lately, which is a shame, because it was really nice when it was going strong. But like I say, when I took away the communal part of the streams, so it wasn't so much about people's writing as what I wanted to do. We used to do writing projects and all this sort of stuff on it, which is really good for a lot of people, but it wasn't that good for me because I wasn't getting anything done. So I took the selfish decision of taking hold of the streams myself and saying, right, so I'm going to work on my stuff now. A lot of people sort of drifted off, and that included people in the forums as well, which is a shame. But Shadowhawk's doing a little thing there that we do look at in the stream as well, which is he posts one of his old stories and comments on it, and then we read it and comment on it as well. So he's not too complimentary of his own work, but so there is a forum, but it's kind of it's I'd like to see it used more, but I don't use it too much. I used to update it more in terms of on this kind of thing. I talked a lot about the new I think if we're going here, yeah, the ARPG progress. So in here I talk a lot about how this system that I'm just going to go through a little bit later has developed. And so it's nice to go back and see how it does develop, how it changed and everything, so I can see my thought process and everything. But I did stop updating this, sadly. So there's that. But mostly I put my stuff onto the updates thing here, which is the blog. And we got a pretty substantial update a couple of days ago here. And I said I'd do an update on YouTube, so that is what I am doing now by babbling around it. But this just talks about what I'm doing, how things are going, and some news about what I'm going to plan to do later, which I'll get into in a little bit. But I think I put here
Also try and get a YouTube video loaded onto the YouTube channel too. So that's what I'm doing now. Current projects are here as well, and so that's how things are going at a glance. I'm going to put more on here in terms of like the actual updates for the website. Rather than just load it on the website, I'm going to put it on here as well, so people can just check here for the latest stuff on Iosia. So the newest thing that we've got is Ignition Role-Playing Game version 1.1. So this is out now. So, well, it's not out right now, actually. If I upload this now, there's no link for it, but it will be on the 1st of November. That's when I'm going to release this. I'm going to release a game module for it as well, so people can take the rules and take a set game and take it and play it. They don't have to make up their own adventure. So Ignition Role-Playing Game is a game that is set after Iosia. So Iosia, as you know, is all like magic and sorcery and dwarves and all that kind of thing going on. Ignition is set after that. It's a world full of technology and humans and people, and the world is ruled by a mega corporation called the Agency, and it controls everything within its jurisdiction. Everything from media to the production of goods, and everything, absolutely everything is controlled by the Agency, and that is on grid. And then off grid, you get this wild, lawless country, survival of the fittest sort of thing, and that's where this role-playing game is set. And we have a very nice picture here now, thanks to Mac, who is a streamer I found on Twitch. And so I was thought to talk about this in the video because a lot of people didn't know about it, so here it is. So we've got IRPG for Iosia role-playing game, and then an ARPG for Ignition role-playing game. And they are two systems that I've made, and they're both very different. And to be honest with you, I like this one more. So I think eventually what I'm going to do is incorporate this system into Iosia and have this not only for ARPG but for IRPG as well. It's a very simple system that has values in your skills. So if you have athletics of 3 and you need to make an athletic test, you roll 3 dice. You've got to get a 6 or more on a 10-sided dice. That's a success. You need a certain number of successes to complete the action. That's pretty much how the entire system works. And it's really simple, really fluid. I'm playing a game with a couple of guys from work. They're really into it, even though they're not proper geeks. They are becoming geeks, but they're not currently yet. And they get it. So it's a really good, fluid, dynamic system. Very much how I wanted Iosia role-playing game to be. But this is better, so I'm going to take this and add it into Iosia eventually. So this is out now, and I think it works. I think it works really well, and I think everything's fine with it. But I need you guys to let me know. So if any of you do have a go at this there, and you find issues or questions, then please tell me, and I can add it into future versions, because we only have version 1.1, and the 0.1 was just adding a couple of extra details and clarifying a couple of things. So so there's that. So going back to this, thank you. So what we have is, actually I wanted this. So I want to finish this by the end of October. In November, I'm going to do NaNoWriMo. I am going to do NaNoWriMo this year. I'm going to put some tweets out about this so that you guys can be my friends in NaNoWriMo, and yeah, we can get together and hopefully do that. But as it says, I might not make her 50,000 words because I have the key goal of finishing a story called Nerolith, which we've gone through in the streams if you were there, and I want to get it done. I want to get it finished. So I'm breaking the rules with NaNoWriMo by saying that, you know, because it's not a new piece of work and I might not make the 50k, but NaNoWriMo is all about writing and getting yourself to write, and that's what I'm going to do with this, because I'm very good at updating the website and making rules and stuff and doing these pottery little things, but when it comes to major pieces of creating writing like this is where I kind of fall down. Then December and January I want to do a website redesign, because this is all well and good, kind of, but I found it a little bit difficult to navigate. You know, the credits are there, I think, develop notes and stuff. So I want to change that a little bit. The major thing I want to do is that, as we've been talking about this, Agniton is its own setting in itself, and it doesn't really have a place here too much. So that's what I want to change, and I want to almost split the site in two, so that we get Agniton and Iosia in the same site, but they're different different sections, because they are different settings, even though they follow on from each other, with their own stories and own characters and their own lore, and probably own geography as well. Which means I'm going to have to properly sit down and learn how to use GIMP imaging software so that I can edit this here map thing. So there's that. So that'll take me about 2 months, I reckon, to get everything planned out with that and stuff. Which is why I've sort of held off with a couple updates that we did in the streams in terms of the history of Aon, and we did a full... I might be able to find it, actually. Maybe not now, I can't bother. But yeah, there's a whole... oh, here it is, actually. Timeline of Iosia. There it is. So this is all the major events that have happened in Iosia. The major events. And we found that some things were missing. So we added stuff. All this, pretty much. Everything in italics was something that I had to add stuff on. And I've done that now. But it's not on the website because, as you say, I'm going to redesign it anyway. So I'm going to add those in with the redesign. But they should be on here. That's what I'm saying. And they're not. So, anyway, after that, Iosia role-playing game version 2, which will use the Agniton role-playing game system. So that's what I'm going to do with that. Again, 2 months on that, and then in April I'm going to revisit the thing that I did in November. As well as that, all the streams will keep going. All the my current role-playing game session with my friends from work will go, and everything else. So things are really just chugging along really nicely. I've got a very nice routine now with the Twitch TV thing. It's going really well. So link in the description if you want to join that and everything. But yeah, like I say, fitting all this in with then just adding a YouTube video is difficult. I was thinking about just doing one once a month as like a recap of the month, so we can say what we've done. That's probably the best way of doing it. So I'll try and get one out at the end or at the start of each month, just about what's been going on, what's been accomplished and everything, my thoughts about how things, and that'll give me a really sort of tangible idea about progress and everything with this. So I think that's where I'm going to go. So this, I suppose, we can count as October's, and then as we go on we can get more of a formulaic kind of layout for these videos, increase the production quality maybe and everything like that, but that's the idea. If you guys have any questions or comments and stuff about this, please let me know, and feel free to, you know, click around in the website and on the forum and in the updates and everything, and join the stream if you like, if you can. That'd be great. There's also a Discord as well, so but that's more fixed to my LPing, my Let's Plays and my streaming on Twitch for games, but it's incorporated in this. There's no point having two. So yeah, there's just a room in there for this kind of stuff. So that is it, I guess. That's all I wanted to say. Plenty of stuff going on. NaNoWriMo is going to happen. New role-playing games being released along with a module, hopefully in about 2 days' time. And weekly streams. Currently playing my own version of Dungeons & Dragons ARPG with a couple people from work who are really enjoying it, even though they're not geeks. And so it's all going really well. Hi, Numa. So that be it, I reckon. Thank you very much for watching, everybody. Hope you have enjoyed this. Again, I welcome all your thoughts and everything, and I hope to hear from you soon. Until then, thank you very much for watching. Toodaloo.